I approached this project by playing and analysing various games to understand the features of them and what the audience found so unique about them. The games I analysed were Mario Kart on the Wii, FIFA 13 on Xbox 360, and Uncharted 2 Among Thieves on PlayStation 3. After playing and analysing the games, I then went on to research the current games that were popular and trending both nationally and globally. I also looked into what the biggest platform was to make a game on and how efficient it would be and how I could get the mass population to have the opportunity to consume the game. From the research that I completed, I was able to assess that the most popular format of games currently were mobile games that were compatible with both iOS and Android devices because of the rapid growth of smartphones and the vast amount of games and apps that were available on these devices. This was where I decided that I would create and design a suitable game for mobile devices which would appeal to the masses and become the next big hype. I used Adobe Illustrator CC to create vector graphics and arrange a clean and simple layout for my game. My idea for my game stemmed from Tetris because of the concept of the game and from Dots because of the design of the game, with both of these games being available on mobile devices. Through the research and planning I did, I then proceeded with my idea and began to develop the designs for my game further, creating a mock-up of each of the levels. I wanted to keep a clean and consistent design throughout the game so the audience would have a seamless experience whilst playing the game. Also, it would allow the audience to be more focused on the game if the environment was less cluttered and everything can be seen clearly. After creating the level designs, I then proceeded on to creating the posters for both the title of the game and the poster showing the gameplay of the game. This allowed the audience to see what the interface of the game looked like and allowed them to get a better understanding of the concept of the game. Through the creation of my game design, I learnt and developed various technical skills. I learned how to use many new tools regarding how to change a shape using their anchor points to give the shape a unique identity. I also understood the importance of page layouts and where their audience are most likely to look and to catch their eye to draw their attention to your work. The design of my game followed a similar layout to Tetris, so the audience are able to understand the game easier and have a better understanding of where I gained my inspiration from. I also understood that my layout had to be clearly communicated to my audience to enable my game to become a success. When I first started designing the level layouts to the game, I played around with the vector shapes and graphics to put my own identity in the game. I broke the layout into thirds so that 2/3 of the level layout would have gameplay interface, whilst the last third would have the scores and information about the level. Also, every level had a month placed near the top, with an image that symbolised the month of the level at the top and bottom of the page, giving the audience more of a seasonal feel whilst playing the game and immersing them into the game further. By using the rule of thirds, the layout had its own identity and made the audience look at the game from a different perspective. I kept the design simple and concise because my design style has always followed a simple concept and has always had colour in it because of my personality. Size is vital within the design of games, so I kept the balance between the assets, allowing my game to look in proportion. I also ensured that all elements on the game were in proportion, making the text a medium size in conjunction with the box containing the circles. I also made sure that the symbols for each month had a reasonable size for the audience to see, but not too big to draw the audience's attention away from the game. By manipulating the design of the shapes, I allowed the audience to have a better understanding of the game before they had played it, making it easy for anyone to pick up the game and just play it. I changed the square shapes of the Tetris blocks to circles. This shows that the concept of the game was similar, however the design of the game was more modern because of its vector graphics. I also changed the backgrounds to contain more colours and giving every level a month. This shows the audience that I have created more of a modern twist because the different colours may give each individual who plays the game a different mood and feeling. The key codes and conventions of a game design poster have a suitable sized title in a font which would draw the audience's attention, to include graphics and content which would relate and have meaning to the game, and include appropriate colour schemes which relate to the theme of the game. I ensured that all of these features were represented in my work so that the audience were able to recognise the poster and understand the concept of the game. The key values within my piece of work are creating a concept and design of a game which could be consumed by the masses. Also, I am able to understand the use of a clean and simple layout, allowing my audience to have a seamless experience whilst playing the game. The overall design of my game is original because of the style that I have chosen by using various colours to entice the audience into playing the game. Throughout the creation of this piece of work, I completed many mini tests and trials. I had to experiment with colours, making sure that the colours of the levels went together with regards to the colours of the background, text and symbols. I feel that colour is a vital element because my game was related to colours, and colours are also a form of communicating because they hold different meanings and messages. I kept the text on the poster grey colour because there were colourful dots surrounding the text, allowing the text to stand out for the audience to read. Through the tests and trials I completed, I gained both formal and informal feedback from my peers and teachers. It was important that I asked people of their thoughts and opinions on different aspects because they would be the consumers of my product. Each time I asked the audience what they thought I was communicating through my work, I received the right answer, showing that I was on the right track. I received more formal feedback from my teacher with regards to layout design and more improvements I could make. Throughout the process, I gained feedback helping me to develop my design work further and ensure that the audience understand the concept of the game.